In this video, I go to the process of measuring a voltage on the Pro control system using an analog input module. I just shot a previous video to show how the power light sensor was connected to one of the inputs so you can see power light reading. But in addition to measuring light, this input module can just measure an analog input level. The input range for this module goes from 0 to 10 volts. Okay, so here I have a voltage source there going through wire, goes up there and come here, and it's landed on input 4. Black is negative and red is positive. Okay, so and this show here 5.9 volts. So if I vary the voltages, I'm going to increase it by turning that knob. This could be any voltage source, right? You see that there's a lot of averaging going on, and then so let me see here. Turn slowly like that. Okay, voltage goes up, and then if I take this and I turn it down like that, and you see it go down accordingly. Okay, so this is a good way to measure any voltages. It could be a sensor, could be a voltage from another analog output. There are many devices or sensors that have an analog output that's good to measure. And sometimes you can take it and debug the system just using the voltmeter. Because if you have one of the analog input module, you have 5 inputs up here. So the way to configure this is you go to System Setup, Setup Input, lots of input here. You go down and you find the voltage. Okay, voltage. Right, voltage 1. Now, voltage 1 doesn't have to be channel 1 right here. In this example, this is on 4. So I set up voltage 1, board 3. Board 3, as you've seen previous video, when we scan it, this board is board 3. So board 3, channel 4. Okay, that's it. That's all it takes. Board 3, channel 4. And you go back up. And the main screen, you just go right a few times. And you see voltage 1, 4.91 volts. Right? You can have multiple units. One good usage for this voltage is sometimes we take a voltage and we run it through a contactor to see contactor get engaged or not. One source that we have here on this module is on the bottom here is an I2C input. You see here I2C. So this here, the leftmost is ground, and it's clock and data, but the rightmost is 3.3 volts. So you can take the 3.3 volt, feed it through here, and you will see 3.3 volts there. You can take this 3.3 volt, feed it through an auxiliary contact of a contactor, or even a door switch. Right, 3.3 volt, put a door switch, and you put it through analog input here, and you will see it here that with the doors closed, you see 3.3 volts, and when it's open, you see 0 volts. Okay, and obviously all these voltage you can see on the cloud as well. And so this is how you configure an analog input to measure a voltage.